friends and fellow phytomaniacs, Alex here, and today I am here to show you a little bit of a plant haul, but it's only one type of plant. And I have it here and it just got to me today, and I want to do a DYI project for you on this, but today I just want to unbox it because it's going to require me to soak these, and these are a little different. And if you're interested in seeing what's in this box, please do stay tuned. Welcome back, and as I was saying, I'm going to unbox these, and what these are is they're called Tillandsia, and you guys probably know them as air plants. And yes, these are plants that need no soil, and it derives its nutrition from the air, and the leaves do that. And so I think this is one of the easiest plants to really take care of. And so I did order a bunch of them from a place called Twisted Acres, and it's in Florida. And I was hoping that it gets here before I left on my vacation, and they did. It arrived today. And so they packaged it like this, and it's air plants, so they're really beautiful. And look how they're packaged. And the only thing they need is water. And a lot of people think that, oh, it's an air plant, I don't have to water it. You know, I thought that many years ago, and I couldn't understand why they kept dying, drying up and dying. I had no idea. And back then, I mean, this was years ago I did this. And the thing is, I remember there was no Google really. I mean, I was quite young, and I thought, hey, air plant, I won't kill it. I have brown thumbs, so I'm for sure this will survive. No, it didn't. So I really got interested in Tillandsias most recently when I was working on my succulents. And here it is, and these are so beautiful. And there are different varieties of them, and I've gotten mixture. As a matter of fact, it was a sale, 3 for the price of 1. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get a bunch because I want to go ahead and make a nice terrarium. But before I do that, since these have been in a box and in the dark for a while, I have to acclimate them to light again. And so what I'll do is to water them. It's really easy depending on how dry they are. And these look kind of dry, but not too bad, because look at this. Look how beautiful these are. And all you do is drop them in a container of water. And depending on how dry they are, it could be up to, a whole day, overnight, that you want to go ahead and water them. And you just drop them into a bucket of water. And then the next day, you want to go ahead and make sure you dry it well. Because what happens is with these plants, the leaves are what absorbs the nutrients. And so it's really important when you put these in places that you give them enough air and also sufficient water. You don't want to leave them in water for too long, okay? And what I like to do is once I dip mine in there, I do have one hanging over there, is when I take it out, I just easily do this with the water to make sure the water is out, and lay it on a paper towel and then let it dry out. And once it dries out, after that, I go ahead and do whatever I do with them. And like I said, I want to go ahead and make a DYI terrarium for you guys, but I want to go ahead and unbox it first. And here's another one, which is the same variety. These are just gorgeous, right? And this is what the roots, well, they don't really have roots. They have these little termination parts here, which are typically roots. And how they grow is they actually attach themselves on a side of trees or a side of something, but they're not grown in the ground. And so they don't need soil. They never should be on soil. Look at this one. This one's so cute, but this one you can tell is very dry. And how you can tell is how the leaves, as you can see in this one, it's big enough to show you. You see how it's like open? And what happens when it gets too dry is they curl up. So they almost make a C instead of like this, valley. And so I can tell by looking at this one is a little bit dry and it's kind of curled up. So I'm going to want to put these in water tonight. And I'll probably leave them in there for at least a couple of hours, and hopefully I don't forget. I'll set an alarm. And this one's not bad. Oh, I like this one. Oh, the leaves are falling off. One of the leaves are falling off on that one. But look at this. And these make such cute little, decorations, and they're easy to care for. Like I said, once a week, you could just go ahead and dip them in water for an hour, dry it out, and then put it back to wherever you got it from, right? And another thing, there's two schools of thoughts on this. And the other one is you can spritz a little bit every day, but you know, I don't think that's going to be enough. And plus, I might not remember to spritz it every single day. And it also depends on where you live. If you live in a very high humid area like Florida, let's say, these are not going to require as much care as if you live in Arizona or California where it's really dry, right? And so they are going to require a little more watering. And so spritzing it with a little water bottle is not going to be sufficient if you're living in dry climate. In Florida, it's hanging out in a humid air, and then make sure you give it nice circulation, and then yeah, it's fine. But here in California, I would just rather dip it and make sure they're watered. Look how beautiful these are. Look at this. And these are so inexpensive, and anybody can do it. And these, like I said, doesn't require soil, so there's no mess. Okay, that's a nice part. And look at this one. This one's actually very heavy and so gorgeous. Look at this. And I love this. And they do come in different, Tillandsias do come in different shapes. And I try to pick a variety. And so, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of them in here, and it was very inexpensive. And I could say, well, if you kill one, not a big deal. But it is a big deal because I don't like to kill the plants because they are living, you know, they're living. And I just don't like to. And look at this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I may just stick this like in some kind of a cup like that and just leave it and just let it grow. But as you can tell, this one actually does seem a little bit drier. It's a little bit more closed than the others. And so, yeah. And this one is a little bit dark too. And look at this. I mean, look at this. I love the different shapes. And the terrarium that I'm going to put it in, I do have several of them. I got them from Amazon, and they're glass terrariums. And you could either sit it on a desk or you can hang it from whatever. And here's another one like this. Oh, this one's kind of like broken. Yep, it's a little bit broken. Oh, no, it's not broken, just bent over. And I think once I stick it in water, it'll be fine. But these look pretty good as far as being hydrated. But they definitely do need to be put in water, though, at least for a couple of hours. And that's it. That's all that's in here. And as I said, yeah, these are so beautiful, and anybody can do it. I know there's those of you who watch this channel say to me, well, you know, I have a brown thumb. I can't get anything to live. And a lot of people think succulents are really easy. And I see, you know, I'm in a couple of different groups, houseplant groups, and I hear them, you know, tell the people with the houseplants, tell the people that are brand new when they ask what's the easiest plant, oh, do succulents. Succulents are not easy, guys. Those require a lot of thought because overwatering them will kill them definitely. And there's a little more intricacy to succulents than a lot of houseplant people believe. And so, yeah, and these, though, I think are pretty easy. And if you want to get started, you buy like maybe 3 of them and just stick them in water once a week, and that's it. And just take care of them. They do need light, though. They don't need like direct sunlight, and you don't want them in like direct sunlight, because usually where they grow in nature is, like I said, next to, you know, by a tree. And what happens with the tree? There's always shade, right? And so they are shaded. So light, but indirect light. And even bright light, like a fluorescent, would work as well in a bright office, because you see a lot of people that have plants in the office. They don't want to mess with the soil and watering, you know, with soil and everything. So they have these things. And so, yeah, guys, I hope you like them. And Tillandsias, and they're beautiful. I love them. And I will go ahead and record a video probably maybe tomorrow once these get a chance to get some drink and flourish back up. And then I'll go ahead and make a little terrarium, and maybe you can go along with me and, yeah, and see if you like it. Alrighty, okay, my friends and fellow phytomaniacs. And as Cindy has, I think, what was it, a quote, right? Yeah, Cindy sent a quote that said, bloom where you're planted. And I really like that. And I'm trying to get that to stick at the end of my video if I just remember. Okay, and thank you all for sending good ideas on, you know, on the catch line. And I think I'll use different ones. So, okay. And that's it for today. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if I added any value, guys, please do hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this type of topics, please do subscribe. Alrighty. Have a good day and have a good night and have a good week and have a good weekend. And bloom where you're planted. Bye for now.